Alright, what's going on, guys? We're back for another backtesting session today. I'm going to go ahead and just get right into it. I'm going to have ChatGPT pick me a random date inside of 2025. Um, See how much data we'll end up doing today. I'll probably set it for about a 1 month limit today. And then, yeah, you'll just get to go and see my higher time frame bias, see my thoughts while I'm executing, draws on liquidity, all that types of stuff. So let's go ahead and get right into it, see if ChatGPT can pick me a random date in 2025. August 17th of 2025. No, actually, let's just go. ES and then Q. August 17th will be our start date. Two weeks worth of data is technically the 31st. I'll let this run out and just to like the 7th here. Alright, let's go ahead and see what price action is looking like. Alright, starting out on the higher time frame. Are we at all-time highs? Yes, yes we are. Alright, it's just looking like longs here. From all-time highs. Probably just continuing to trend up. I don't really want to take shorts. Lower here. We did just inverse this 4 hour fair value gap, but again, we're at all-time highs. Not really interested in taking shorts here, especially since ES is rejecting off this 4 hour gap or SMT'd at this low. Really just longs here. I'm going to go ahead and mark out this 4 hour if it'll let me. This 4 hour low inside this fair value gap here. Price is currently trading inside of an hourly fair value gap, so we could get a range up to the upside here. We are given a slight 1 hour fair value gap. To the upside, and then we do have this low again inside of this hourly fair value gap. Should be protected though. Most likely I do want to take longs here, but the daily is trending lower. But yeah, it looks like I do want to take longs here. So we did just sweep out this low. Looking to the 15-minute, this is currently a protected high, but I think we end up coming up for this high most likely if we do want to continue bullish. So yeah, there is 15-minute equal lows down here though that I could see price coming to reject off of. Perhaps we get a liquidity sweep of this low right here. So we'll just kind of see what price wants to give us off open here. Do have an unfilled 5-minute above. That 5-minute is mitigated actually, so we just left relative equal highs. I could see us pushing up higher into those to take out those. So kind of just a couple options here. Most likely I want to look for longs though, so let's just go ahead and see what price wants to give us today. Immediately shoots up. Alright, we want to be bullish, it looks like. Off open, we are trending for this high. May want to come inside this hourly fair value gap here, so just kind of looking for us to continue on higher. Do we get a 5-minute and a 30-second here? The draw on liquidity is just so strong to this high. You could take something like this. Just for a 1-to-1 here. Like it looks like we're gonna come take out this high. We're delivering out of the 5 minute. We are SMT'd here. I mean, this is just not the greatest trade, so would have played out. 30-second hit. We are rejecting though. We did just sweep out this liquidity. We do end up projecting to the downside. We are SMT'd on the higher time frame here. Why are my candles so messed up? Huh. Well, my candlesticks are completely messed up, but who cares? Whatever. Alright, price is just bouncing around here. We're getting nothing. Oh, this isn't even. Alright, this isn't even New York session. So, that's my bad. Forget everything that just happened there. That's very unfortunate. Price came up higher, tapped into this 1 hour. Still delivering us lower. We have this drawn liquidity. We leave a 1 hour fair value gap. Price looks bearish here. Delivering out of the 15-minute with this high. But we've got a couple highs here to go ahead and look at to target as drawn liquidity here. Maybe we see us come down, sweep out this low, and then continue up higher. But ideally, we see just manipulation to the upside off open. We are delivering out of this 5-minute. So ideally, we see manipulation to the upside here and give us an opportunity to take longs. Nice. All right, we got the manipulation that we needed up into this hourly. So I do want to take shorts here. We open up a 1-minute fair value gap here. That does get taken. But we do have another 1 minute down here. And this is a 2-minute that we get left with. We could want to push up further into this hourly here, so I don't really like this short too much, especially on this close. This close wasn't incredible, so I'm going to fade this setup. Alright, we get a 5-minute now. If I see this 5-minute close, I would be open to taking shorts off of this. Down to our draw on liquidity. All these lows down here, stacked lows. We got a little bit of LR. So I would be open to taking shorts here if this 5-minute closes. Alright, we get a 5-minute short opportunity here. I would be open to taking this. Just go stops above this high. And we will target this low down here. Probably take us break even right below this order block. Alright, prices continue to trend lower. We got a little bit of a retrace up higher. Delivered off of this 1-minute order block. And price does look like it wants to push lower here. ES did sweep out this high, so we're left with an SMT inside this position. Nice. I'll take a break even right around here. And then just kind of expecting all this LR to get taken. There we go. Full TP. We'll see if it would have ran to our full draw. Wow, could have gotten break even and gotten edged here, so I'm glad that I moved the stop loss placement up to just the bottom of this LR. This low resistance liquidity that we have right here. Anything lower kind of would have been a stretch, right? I think the ES did take out this low already. So I like the take profit position there for just a 1-to-1 down to the bottom of this resting LR. And we'll see what price just wanted to continue to do the rest of the day. There we go. Now you get the full trade. Pretty beautiful 4-minute here off the resweep of this hourly as well. How would have played out? All right, we'll see. Price still looks pretty bearish, but all-time highs. ES is delivering out of this daily for value gap here, so I'd like to take shorts until proven wrong. Do have a ton of LR on the 4-hour time frame here, but it looks like we do want to come take out this low. And ideally, I could see price ranging up into. Eventually, we're going to want to come tap into this area of interest down here, but I see price going down to this daily fair value gap down here before we get a real move up to the upside. So again, I just kind of like to take shorts here. Lots of LR though to the upside, but I don't think that is our objective right now. We do have a high inside of an hourly. We do have another high inside of an hourly here. And then full draw just down here. So we are just clearly in a downtrend, right? Lower highs, or lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. And now I'm expecting us to put in a lower low here. We are inside of this 15-minute right now, so I kind of could play this 15-minute as my conditions here. If this 15-minute gets inversed, then we could potentially be looking for longs up to these draws. But ideally, I want to see us respect off this 15-minute and reject to the downside. So we'll just see what price gives us here off open. Boom. All right, we rejected hard out of this 15-minute. Not any entries, so price is just dumping. So we take out our main draw on liquidity. Our main objective for the day, right, was this low, and it looks like we're just going to continue to go put it in a lower low. Could expect a little bit of a rebalance of this range here. But as for now, we do have 5-minute equal lows on ES, so ideally we see those get taken out. Alright, we are continuing to push up higher here. Rejecting out of this area. I still do kind of see us going lower, especially to these 5-minute equal lows on ES. But ES is rebalancing itself. Looks like it wants to come tap into maybe this 1 hour right here. So if I see ES tap into this 1 hour, then I could know that we still kind of want to go lower here. So maybe we see something like that. Nice to get delivery into the 1 hour. We are inside of a 5-minute on NQ. Just see if we get displacement out of this. We do get displacement out of this. Highest time frame here would be these 3-minute gaps. And they get closed. Left these lows. You could take this. Oh, this was a 2-minute. I apologize. I mean, I would be open to taking something like this. Your break even would have to be very, very quick, so we're kind of just expecting us to flush through this. Alright, and honestly, I would probably go ahead and take this break even right here after the resweep of this low. We could just give a little bit of breathing room here on this trade, but ideally we go break even and we just see a flush here. Alright, we're moving lower and stops at a break even. Would have saved us from a loss as well. Looks like we wanted to push up higher into this 5-minute. And we did open up a 15-minute, which gives us that. Let's see if you get a 5-minute close here. You do get a 5-minute close. I don't like the close. Not a great close with speed there, so probably wouldn't take this. But would have played out. Right, if you just took something like this down to these lows, like that would have played out beautifully. So stop the break even there. Daily is moving lower. We are inside of our area of interest, our key level here, this daily fair value gap. So we could see some rejection out of this here, but we still do look like we're moving lower. So, and ideally we see this low inside of this 4-hour come get swept before, but we did just inverse this 4-hour to the upside, which is something I do want to watch out for. We do have a minor volume imbalance right here on the 4-hour time frame. So go ahead and mark out this, see if price wants to reject from this area here. It also lines up with a 1-hour order block, so ideally we see price come up into this area and then either get rejection out of it or just go right through it. But that's really all that I'm seeing right now. Not too much at all that I like here, so just gonna kind of play this by ear here. Let's see what ES is looking like. ES is still trending lower. We are inside of this hourly. Building up slight LR. ES has LR that it wants to take out. So ideally maybe we see a range up into this gap and then it close lower. Alright, looks like we're going to immediately reject. Alright, we came to take out these lows. So clear liquidity sweep of this low inside this 15-minute right here. And a low inside an hourly. Could get rejection to the upside here. You do have 930 high above. Not a great 30-second. Chop and you get a amazing 1 minute here, but you are respecting this slight 1 minute, so this would not be a valid trade entry for me. Price is just ripping lower here. We've taken out our main draw of this low inside this 4-hour. Looks like we just want to continue to rip lower. So I'm not going to fade this displacement at all. I'm not going to really look for longs here. I would look for a 5-minute retrace. And then we'll see if ES gets a sweep of these lows. We have created equal lows. Alright, ES gets a sweep. We just continue to dump. Everything else from here is kind of just in a very high premium. I mean a very low discount, excuse me. Yeah, it looks like this is going to be a no trade day here. We are inside of a 5-minute. We're just in an incredible discount here, so you get a 3-minute inversion here, delivering out of this 5-minute. This could work. It's just so low in discount that I really don't want to take it. Could work though. Yeah, would have worked, but just very low in discount. But I shouldn't have faded the distribution to the downside there. So, I mean, it would have been valid. We're clearly just trending lower. So it wouldn't have been bad by any means. It looks like today's going to be a no trade day for me, though. Now we're just kind of ranging around. Once this 5 minute gets closed above, I do believe we're going to go bullish here. At least to this high above. Into this 15 minute. Yeah, perfect. That's exactly what I expected there. So, just a no trade day for me there. Still trending lower here. Did sweep out this low inside this 4 hour. I like that liquidity sweep for sure. That looks great to me. So ideally we do take shorts, but we did just sweep out this liquidity and we are delivering from this 4. We're not. We're delivering from this 4 hour right here. So we could be in for a move to the upside here. It looks like we are disrespecting this gap though, so I do see us pushing lower. We have a low inside of a 15 minute right here. And then you also have a 15 minute unfilled. So 2 good draws on liquidity right there. In versus 15 minute. Ideally we see price come up into one of these areas right here and take out this high before giving us a move for the downside. We do have news today. PMI. Immediate rejection to the downside here. We'll see if today is going to be one of those days where we just push lower. Alright, you get the inversion. Not a valid setup for me there. Took out our break-even point, took out 930 high, and then we are just sweeping out this liquidity. Right, so we'll see what price gives us from here. Maybe something on 30-second. Now, nothing I love here. Again, I kind of just want to see price manipulate higher up into this 15-minute gap. Nice. Alright, that's what I like there. Good momentum to the downside, delivering out of this 15-minute gap here. Looks like we want to go lower. Inversing all these 30-second gaps. I would take this short. I feel like maybe we want to come for a resweep here. Just kind of choppy price action off open. But I will take this. Just take this down for a 1-to-1 to these equal lows. But realistically, I see our draw being somewhere all the way down here. Let's see what price gives us here. Looks like we want to come higher. Perfect. Great displacement through that, delivering off this 1 minute. I'm going to go break even at this point here, and I just want to see price flush from this point on. Perfect. Scale out here, about 80%. And then we will let price run to our full draw down here. Most likely trailing our stop. Alright, well, you stopped our break even there. But still a successful trade. Got in for a 1-to-1. Took our profits where we needed to. It looks like we probably want to come up for a resweep here. Never mind. What did we want to come up for? Just come up back into this 1 minute. And distribute. Alright, you get a resweep here. Price just trended around. So we caught our move. And we got trade of the day. So very happy about that. Alright, price looks like it does want to rebalance here slightly. Took out previous day low. Right, being right here. So we do look like we want to rebalance here, but ideally we're still in a downtrend. So I don't want to look for longs unless I get full confirmation here. They just inverse this hourly gap. So ideally we see price push lower here. There's not many key levels for us to come and tap into to bring us lower. So I'm not loving this at all. Perhaps we see us deliver into this 1 hour if we want to come higher. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing here. There's not too much at all. Alright, price immediately manipulates lower into this 1 hour. And into this 50-minute. Just no long setup here. We didn't get the close. And price looks like it does want to trend bullish here. Again, there's just not much in our way. We've got a couple highs up here. That price may want to look to target if we do want to come higher towards this daily Enfield. So it's kind of just what I'm seeing. Ripping through our targets. CISD here. This could be discretionary, and it'll probably play out. Didn't actually. Could get a good long opportunity from here. Price delivers into this 5-minute. We still have active draws above, sort of. I don't think price really needs to come take out this high. But it could. I would take a 5-minute long if we get one here. We are about to open up a 15-minute, so just want to be cautious of that. Displace heavily through this 5. So you get a 5-minute short here. There's just no distribution from any key levels. So I don't love it at all. Yeah, and news. Oh, Powell speaking. Powell just, what did we just move? 200 points. We're now inside this daily volume imbalance here. Probably just going to want to continue to the upside from this point. Most likely going to be no good setups the rest of the day. Do get a 2-minute short opportunity here, but clearly we're bullish. We are delivering out of this hourly gap. 4-hour gap. and you have a slight 5-minute down here. It just wouldn't be smart fading this momentum to the upside. I don't love a short opportunity here. We are also inside of a 2-minute order block. And Powell spoke, so would have played out for a 1-to-1, I think. Yeah, would have played out into this order block here. Would have gone break even at this point. And so would have played out there. I just didn't love the trade. We're clearly moving higher. I don't really want to fade that momentum to the upside. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it today. Alright, price is looking more bullish now. We are delivering inside of this daily though. We've got a giant 4-hour gap that we may want to come fill slightly. Price does look like it's moving to the downside here though. Just in versus 15-minute equal highs right here. So ideally we see those come get swept and possibly this high, and then we get a short opportunity. That is just kind of what I'm looking for here. This price to manipulate higher and we get a short opportunity, but we may want to continue going higher. Boom. Manipulate into this hourly. Sweep out the side. These equal highs inside of this 15-minute. And we completely dump from this point on. Very interesting price action here. We get a sweep of all these lows. I would be open to taking this 2-minute long up to these highs, up to this 930 wick, if we get it. Yeah, 2-minute opportunity here doesn't look bad at all. These 930 highs always deliver for the most part. There's not many. Do have some 1-minute inception gaps down here, so it's kind of a tough area for take profits. For stop loss positioning. Probably just go stop loss at this order block, like right around here. And just go for a 1-to-1 up to this high inside this 15-minute gap. I wouldn't mind taking something like this at all. Alright, and stopped out. And there we go. Now we deliver up into this high. Alright, full TP plays out. So, we did want to deliver out of this order block. We just got stop rated there. Stops down here would have been awesome. It would have played out. It's just a very, very big stop loss of a 54-point stop. And full TP would have played out as well. So, would have worked there. I also could have seen that we had a 5-minute rejection block here. And originally, where did I have my stop? I had my stop like right here. So that's actually going to be below CE of the 5-minute rejection block. So I could have managed that position much better, and this could have been a winner for sure. This could have been a winner if I would have just scaled up to the higher time frame, understood we had that rejection block, positioned my stop loss a little bit better. Right, probably at the bottom of this rejection block would have been the best position, and full TP would have hit. So just something to realize, to make sure I'm being aware of whenever I'm trading live. Again, still delivering. We are delivering out of this daily now. So we will kind of see, but we are somewhat trending bullish. Shorts just look better, to be honest, just deeper into this gap. But we'll see what price gives us here. Again, we still have this high up here. We did just inverse this hourly the upside, so ideally we do get momentum and go to the upside there. So we are inside of this 15-minute right now. This high could be protected. We're inside of a big 15-minute range here. Kind of just chop it around. So I don't really love this. This could be a no trade day, possibly, just by the way the price action is looking. There's not really a clear bias. Obviously, it looks like I'd like to take shorts. But I would need to see price manipulate higher, possibly into this area right here. And we already are inside of a big 15 minutes, so yeah, there's just not enough here to take. Not enough here to take. You do get a liquidity sweep, though. But you just are inside more higher time frame gaps, so just not enough for me to take a short here off this 1 minute alone. Would have played out. You get another 2-minute short opportunity here. Ideally, though, I just want to see price manipulate up into these to this area. But you do get a 2-minute short here. 930 low's been taken. ES is delivering out of the hourly. Could take this 2-minute short. I'm going to go ahead and fade this, though. Alright, would have played out. Price does look like we continue to trend lower here. It's just choppy. Alright, I like price taking out that high. Maybe if we see a close here of this 3-minute, I would be interested in going long here. I mean, going short here. Does just look like we want to trend higher, though. Really getting nothing out of this 5-minute close. Yeah, this is just choppy, so gonna be a no trade day. This 2-minute was probably trade of the day. I just didn't like how we didn't get our full higher time frame key level, but we did get a liquidity sweep. We had a pretty clear targets below, like this draw and liquidity, and then this draw liquidity at our break even point. So this probably would have been trade of the day, and we would have ran to TP incredibly quick. Probably would have just taken this for a 1-to-1, and we would have run straight to TP. So that play was probably trade of the day. Just nothing light bulb for me here. And then you did get this 3-minute long opportunity as well. After we swept out this liquidity right here. Did get a 3-minute long opportunity. Stops like right here probably. And just taking this for 1-to-1. And you honestly could have gone stops below this order block. So that would have played out as well. It most likely would have been a break-even trade. Probably would have gone break-even right here. So probably would have been a break-even trade. So that 2-minute was probably the best trade of the day there. Alright, ES is approaching all-time highs again. NQ is still kind of stuck in this daily range. Just stuck between fair value gaps. Ideally, we see this high come get taken out though. If this 4-hour inverses, I expect this to move lower, but I kind of expect us to reject off this 4-hour and continue our move to the upside. So we'll just kind of have to see what this candle does, to be honest. With the ES being so close to all-time highs, I really don't want to short here. I also could see price rejecting off of this area. Alright, come on. Right here. If we can sweep out that low. I could see price moving to the upside. But, again, I don't really want to fade this momentum. We do look like we're going lower. 1 hour looks like it's going lower. 4 hour looks like it's going lower. So, ideally, I want to take shorts here. We'll just see if we need to get some manipulation off open. So, very choppy. Nothing I love. You get a sweep, re-sweep of this low. So we're SMT'd inside of a key level. I would be open to taking longs here. Still SMT'd, but we are now rejecting lower. Do have a low inside this hourly. Alright, get a long opportunity here. SMT is still valid. Ideally, we see a rejection out of this area. You would definitely want to take this break even here, and we are going to open up a 5-minute. But I would be open to catching the reversal, trying to catch the reversal here. Stop this swing low since I am trying to catch the reversal. And we'll just take this for a 1-to-1 here. Oh, we flip. Wait, did we open up that 5? Did not open up the 5-minute yet. But we are going to get stopped out. So, that's unfortunate. We were close to our break-even point of that high inside that 2-minute. We were inside a 3-minute though, so I could have probably seen that. Taking this break-even a little bit earlier. I think we go up now. Yeah, now we're going to go up. and full TP would have been hit right there. So just kind of an unfortunate loss there, but ideally I'd take it break even at this 3-minute high, which would have hit directly off of open and saved me from a loss there. So again, taking good trades, taking good setups. The trade ideas are all correct. Nothing that has just been out of the blue, not end up running to my draw on liquidity. So trade ideas are correct. Just lousy break-even points and lousy stop-loss placement so far. So something to work on. Alright, daily does look like it's trending higher. We have previous day high up here. ES wants all-time highs. I'm very, very keen on taking longs here, to be honest. Delivering out of this hourly. Alright, I want to see price manipulate down to this area. And then give us a long position out of this. That is really all I'm looking for today. Alright, well, all of our draws got taken. Did ES take all-time highs? It's about to. We look like we're just trending higher here. We do have an unfilled 4-hour above. Also an unfilled hourly. So I'd assume we just continue to push bullish for the day. You get a 1-minute inverse here. Not with speed though. And we did just open up a 5-minute below, so I'm going to definitely fade that setup. Alright, we now tap into this 5-minute. If I saw delivery off of this level, I would be okay with taking longs. But it looks like we are not. Might actually get an inverse of that. But we do deliver back into this 15-minute here. So price could possibly reject out of this. It's just we did kind of take out our draws here. ES has not approached all-time highs yet. We created this huge wick delivering out of this slight 4-hour. And we also delivered out of in 1 hour here. I just don't feel like this buy model is necessarily over with. But if I get proven wrong, then I get proven wrong. I just ideally I see that we rejected this 15-minute here and get a push higher, but no, it looks like we want to come lower. So we sweep out this low inside this hourly for value gap. We deliver into a 5-minute there. Again, just no 30-second though. Deliver higher. I need to see all these 5 minutes get ran through. We are inside of a 5-minute. Nothing light bulb. This 5-minute does get inversed here. Alright, now you get an inversion of all these 5 minutes here. I would be open to taking longs from this point. It is a macro time. Stops below this order block right here. Just take this for a 1-to-1. Not a great break-even point anywhere. Probably just go break-even at like the CE of this 15-minute here. Take something like this. Alright. Probably we'll take it break-even here. Perhaps scale slightly at that point. Looks like we're gonna get stopped at break even. Nope, we actually accelerate. Alright. I'm gonna hold this for full TP. Wow, I got edged. That's unfortunate right there. So full TP just gets edged. I mean, there's not much that I would have liked to take. I mean, there's not much stop loss positioning that I really didn't like here. I like this stop loss positioning. I could have maybe gone stops below this fair value gap right here. Just would have been risky. So again, trade idea is completely right. Executed it perfectly. It's just stop loss positioning and take profit positioning kind of messed me up here. I could have taken partials off of this point right here. That would have been smart. Ideally, I take partials off of that point right there. So, yeah, ideally, I do take partials there, but I just had full conviction in full TP getting hit. So, what? I had my stops below this order block. Just very close to TP. So that's unfortunate, but trade idea was right. Drawn liquidity was correct, so. Alright, we have a data high. We have a data high, which means I want to take longs to the data high. Pretty simple. So, it also lines up with a 4-hour fair value gap. We swept out this low inside this hourly. Delivery from a 15-minute. Everything kind of looks perfect here. As long as price doesn't immediately run up and take out my data high off open, I like the idea. Maybe we leave data highs for today. Actually, I kind of like that we did sweep out this low. Gave us a liquidity sweep there. And then we still do have the data high above. We just have no fair value gaps really. Do have a 3-minute we're inside right now. I'm not going to pre-fire this long. Good thing I didn't. Looks like we want to continue to go lower. Could take this long here. Oh, we didn't deliver into a 5-minute. Yeah, this is going to be a no trade day. So we just had the draw liquidity incorrect for the day. We just ended up displacing to the downside. So again, still displacing to the downside. We create daily equal lows. Or we did sweep this just barely. We have a high right here. Are we delivering out of this 4-hour? Yes, we still are inside this 1-hour. Still delivering inside of this 4-hour. We just got the sweep on liquidity. We are inside of a 1 hour fair value gap here though. Where's that data high we left? It wasn't CPI or anything like that, so I mean, yeah, price is trending lower, so ideally we take shorts. We are deep inside this 1 hour. Did just inverse this 15 minutes to the upside. We have this 15-minute unfilled below. So I'd like to target that. Maybe we manipulate into that and get a move higher here, but delivering out of this 5 minutes. Yeah, let's just see what price gives us for today. Wow, we edged that 15-minute low, 15-minute fair value gap. I still believe we're going to come down into that. Maybe we reject out of this. We'll see if we get the inverse. 5-minute inverse here. There's no higher time frame delivery, to be honest. We are delivering out of this 30-minute though. Oh, and that wasn't a 5-minute long, actually. It was a 4-minute long. I'm going to fade that. Ideally, I do take that. We just had a slight 5-minute above, though. So nothing incredibly obvious there. And price is just kind of accumulating. Alright, nothing for today. What was the best opportunity here? Probably this 4-minute. There was just a lot of area for price to retrace here, so I didn't love this at all. And we were inside of a 5. So ideally I wouldn't have taken this, because we were inside of a 5-minute here, so really nothing light bulb, nothing I probably would have taken today. Alright, we look like we're trending lower. I'll be right back. Alright. We're trending lower. ES is at all-time highs. NQ still hasn't taken them. Looks like we want to come down, take out these lows. I really don't know here. Maybe we see price come rebalance this range. But I feel like we just run these lows pretty quick here, to be honest. Yeah, immediately just run the lows. Again, I don't want to take longs here, but we get a liquidity sweep on the higher time frame. This 3-minute long wouldn't have been bad. Now that I think about it, actually wouldn't have been bad at all. We did have a 5-minute though, so we are inside of a 15-minute now. I think we're gonna continue to trend up from here. If I got a 5-minute retrace, I would take it. 5-minute retrace here. We are inside of a 15-minute, as well as inside of an hourly. Nothing incredibly obvious that I'm liking here, to be honest. This is a data high. No 30-second. Alright, right here you get a change of state of delivery. If I did take this, it would be much more of a discretionary trade here up to this data high. We got the delivery from the 15-minute, 1-minute order block. I might take this, to be honest. Really, I could just go for this stops below this order block. Right here. This is more discretionary here, but we got the we got the delivery to the 15-minute. We have a data high above. There's no gaps to look at here. We got a CISD. We just broke through an order block. I've got my stops below the order block, and I've got my take profit set to this data high. Really not too keen on where to go break even here. We don't really have a break even point. So this is not A+. This is a much more discretionary non-A+ setup, and if this loses, it loses. This is probably about a 50% win rate here. And it loses. Yeah. So not A+ at all. Way discretionary there. So just got in on the entry of that CISD, but we were inside a 5-minute rejection block here, so very discretionary. I'm not upset about that loss. And price is chopping around now, so probably nothing I like there. I like here. We actually wanted to come lower here. Delivering from the 5-minute rejection block. This 2-minute would have been the trade to take. Was this macro time as well? It was close to a macro time. It had a solid break-even point. Soft spell this OB. Just for a 1-to-1 there. Yeah, this would have been very, very good. I think at least we did have data highs, which probably in hindsight, I don't know if I would have taken this just because I'm convicted in that data high getting taken, but we are delivering it of a higher time frame 15-minute, higher time frame hourly. So this 2-minute looks okay. It's really not a trade I would take 10 out of 10 times, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Probably break even here, perhaps at this low. Either way, it would have played out. Not A plus though, definitely. All right. Price slips out this low. We rejected off of it. ES is still at all-time highs, rejecting out of that daily fair value gap. We did reject hard off of the sweep of this low. And we look like we're trending up. We inverse this 4-hour. Do have an unfilled 4-hour. Our price did just tap into a 4-hour. On the daily time frame, it's just kind of not like it's not obvious, right? It's not obvious at all which direction we would like to move in. Ideally though, I take longs. Best case scenario, we see price tap to this area of interest and we deliver back to the upside here. What we are inside of a 15-minute that we're delivering out of. Kind of getting an AMD model here. I guess this is kind of accumulation. See if we manipulate to the downside here. We do. So now price is currently just chopping around inside of this 15-minute, as well as an hourly here. Really nothing obvious, but price does deliver out of a 5-minute. And you do get a slight inversion here. I just feel like price does kind of want to distribute from this area to the upside. Yeah, I think I'm gonna fade this setup. Just a lot of chop here. A lot of chop. Are we SMT'd inside this key level? We are SMT'd inside the key level. Looking like we're distributing to the upside. Good break-even point of this. We are inside of a slight 1-minute that we get to close above. Yeah, I'll try this long. Stops below the candle for a 1-to-1 here. There's really not any great draws on liquidity above. Alright, probably take a break even here at this high inside of this 5 minute. Probably gonna get stopped at break. There we go, full TP actually. Nice. I like the way I executed that. This is pretty much our main draw in liquidity that we had. Everything else is kind of just ranging. I guess you could have maybe targeted this high up here. See if that would have played. Nah, would have been break even. So I like the 1-to-1. Very nice, very nice. Got the SMT, you got the inversion of both those. I'm gonna break even at that internal 5 minute. Now you get a V-shape 5 minutes to the downside actually off the sweep of all this liquidity. This does look good actually. Would have failed though. Alright, I like the setup I took. Price is still just stuck in this range. Just kind of ranging, so there's not really a clear draw on liquidity at all. 4 hour is trending bullish. Next draw on liquidity would be this target. Of a BPR on the hourly time frame down here. We are delivering out of this BPR. Price does look like it's trending bullish though. Ideally we see us come down and give us a long position. There's really not much though out of this. Price action doesn't look great. I did not mean to do that. It looked like we're trending higher though. Okay, hold. I missed my entry. Hold on. This looks incredible. V shape. We just got a sweep of all this liquidity. We're still delivering out of this hourly BPR. This does look really nice. We are predicting the reversal here, so I'll go stops above this high. And we have 930 low down here. Probably would have to take a break even around this 2 minute here. Alright, we are inside of the 2 minute. We're also inside of a 3 minute here. Take a break even. Price continues to flush. I'd like to see this 3 minute. 3 minute does close. I really like the way this setup is looking here. We are at a 1-to-1. So I may scale off a little bit here. $930 lows getting edged. Take it out. Bang. Full TP. Nice. So great setup. Just a clear 1 minute inversion here. We took a break even at this internal 3 minute and 2 minute. We got a sweep liquidity on the higher time frame of all of this, delivering out of this 1 hour BPR. Very, very nice setup here and just targeted this 930 low for full draw and liquidity. Very, very nice. Alright, price is turning higher. Looks like we want to come for all-time highs. I'm not fading this, any of this displacement. Like, there's just no reason to take shorts here. Longs are just way, way, way too obvious. Lots of LR to be taken. We do have a data low here, so I'm kind of conflicted. Just being that we are so close to all-time highs, but we do have this data low. This is all a 15-minute, so I'll play this as my conditions for the day. See if we get this 5-minute inversion. You do get the 5-minute inversion, delivery out of the 15-minute. The bias is higher. I do like this. I think that we'll probably end up leaving this data high. As far as stop loss placement goes here, it's a continuation model, so I will just run stops at this. Maybe I'll take him at the swing low here. Just take this for 1-to-1, go break even at this point up here. Probably gonna get stopped out here. Yeah, we do get stopped out. So, just unfortunate. It looks like we did want to come for this data low. So, fading this data low was definitely risky. Yeah, definitely risky for sure. And we paid the price there. So, that's just unfortunate. And it looks like we're going to get the data low taken out now. And data low gets ran. Alright, not much else. So just conflicted bias there. I know we had the data low, and that's probably what I should have based my position off of on today, not taking that 5-minute long. But even if I didn't take that 5-minute long, there wasn't many great entries down to data low. Like, you could have, there was really nothing just because we were inside of this 15-minute. Maybe this 30-second would have been okay, but just not much, to be honest. I mean, you could have just kind of FU shorted from this point right here off these inversions. Just gone like hard stop above this candle. Right, but it's just not A+. Alright, and that's the end of the session. So I like the way we traded. There was a couple trades that could have been much better if I stop loss placement, and then, you know, just that one CISD trade was not great. About a 50% win rate there. 10 total trades, 2 break evens. Looks like I didn't lose at all on Thursday, but Tuesday and Friday I could not catch a winner. So yeah, it's just unfortunate. Pretty break even though. I don't hate it at all. I do not hate it. I think it was a pretty good session. Again, just the same things that I've been struggling on and just need to get better at and keep backtesting. It's going to be my stop loss placement and yeah, that's it. Without that CISD trade, that really didn't fit my setup. I like it. Win rate would have been a little bit higher and probably would have avoided a loss. And then that one stop loss placement with that 5 minute rejection block as well should have been a winner too. And then we did get edged on one take profit as well, just um, due to having a big stop loss. So should have taken partials there. So just a couple opportunities today. Three, it really should have been much better. I really should have had one loss, to be honest, and 7 winners. Should have been about a 70% win rate today. But it's just how it goes. So that's just how it goes. So all right, well that's gonna be it for me today. Tomorrow is a new week of trading, so hopefully we get a good week of price action. Of course, I'll be back for market reviews and trade recaps each and every day. And just taking a look at the economic calendar this week, let's just go ahead and do that. Right, like there's not too much. Tuesday, this stuff's pre-market, so just want to be careful. It's not CPI or anything like that, so just normal core retail sales red folder. Fed chair is testifying, so I'm not too sure how that'll affect the market. So we just probably want to be careful around 9 a.m. So I'd be curious to see. Probably wait till after 9 a.m. to trade, and unemployment claims Thursday and PMI right after market open, so this should be a good trade day. Just gonna want to wait till after PMI hits. Friday should be fine to trade. Just probably wait till after 9 a.m. So not too much this week in as far as economic news. So yeah, hopefully we're in for a good week ahead. Hopefully everyone enjoyed their weekends, and that's gonna be it for me today. I'll see you guys later.